another one. We can see a specialization of doctors in Germany. As I said, students, they study 5 years, then they take state examination, then they move. During specialization, it takes 4 or 6 years. Then medical specialization, the medical specialized exam, and they get specialists. Then they move to head of department, maybe chief physician. Okay. And what happens with the nurses in Germany? Nurses in Germany, total number is high, because we will see this graph. Germany is located here. So number of nurses and doctors compared to another countries in Europe. Total number is 720, and it's divided like this. So I will skip it because we're running out of time. To another subject. And another data, because it was historically collected and documented, we can see in this year, 19th century, we have so many dentists, and I have no idea why, because they have so many problems with them, or it's maybe very interesting data here. And today we have actually physicians, also physicians, so many physicians. I suppose back then they was another kind of institution, maybe, I have no idea, but today we see it's about 245 physicians and 122 dentists. So another data, healthcare workers, and we can see number is increasing here in physicians. General practitioners also, it's stable actually. And nurses, we can see from 2000 until 2011 that the number is increasing. And what about dentists? It's decreasing and stable actually. Number of practitioners, physicians in Germany in selected countries. You can see the Germany is here, Austria up there, and Germany one of the highest. And the number of nurses here, Germany, selected countries. It's actually also the highest one after Switzerland. The number of beds in hospital. And also during 10 years we see here hospital beds is decreasing. Acute hospital beds also. It's all about the care, because many patients, they can be treated at home actually. So its number is decreasing because quality of the treatment is higher. Hospital beds also, we can see it happens in almost every part of Europe, every country, also here Austria and Germany, they are sharing this place. So how it works? German social health insurance is characterized by 5 structural principles. So it's first, it's solidarity. Second, benefits in kind. Beneficiaries receive direct treatment, financing from employers and employees, self-administration, plurality. Patients can choose amongst hospital and private providers. In German, SHI is the major source of financing healthcare, covering 70 million people, or 85 of the population in 2012. The population insured is made up of 35 mandatory members without pensioners, 18 dependents of mandatory members, 21% pensioners, 2% dependents of pensioners, 5% voluntary members, 4% dependents of voluntary members. And we talk about this solidarity and pluralism. So it doesn't matter if you're high income or low income, you share this, and you pay taxes, and from these taxes you have a fund, and everybody can receive the same insurance and the same treatment. But for high income employed income, more this sum can choose. This person can opt out from SHI and move to private health insurance, from social health insurance to private health insurance, but it depends on the income. But as you can see here, actually just 11% from the population covered by private health insurance. And if we compare SHI and PHI benefits covered, you can see here the reason why just 11% is covered. They are covered by this kind of insurance. Uniform and broad statutory care in hospital, ambulatory, everything, all this kind of treatment you can get through CHI. And actually you don't have get this one because it's you can get all the insurance through SHI, and actually we can get also providing caring kind, so transport, sick pay, rehabilitation, everything. Okay, financing. Percentage on wages 15.5% share between employer and insured, non-risk related. And here insures about 140 sickness funds. And here about 50 insurance under private law. I would like to go to this data. Yeah. And here we also see social as private health insurance. In my point of view, you don't have to. I would prefer this one, even if I get this amount of or more wage. So it's unnecessary, actually.
Why?
I think it's unnecessary because you can get through this system all the treatment that you have here. So you don't have to go to doctor and to wait, and the waiting list is no longer than 1 day or 3 days, as you can see in the video also. And you can stay here, and the system will provide you the same treatment, actually. Members of by groups in SHI, we can see pensioners, mandatory members, employed students, unemployed, also they are here in SHI, and we are talking about 85% of insurance, insured and statutory health insurance. And here civil servants, self-employed, employees with high incomes. So you can see that civil servants is like a benefit, you can get on your workplace. So your work, it's beneficial. How are the Germans insured? It's also we can see here, and we are talking about SHI, social health insurance here. We can see all this data, and largest private health insurance. And here we can see the numbers. And in total, actually, we have here in this PHI. It's actually this one is a PHI, and we private health insurance. And a total of 43 companies are members of the PHI companies. Approximately, actually, we can see here the Becca is the biggest one, and another one is the smallest. Okay, let me see. Yeah. So channeling SHI money via the healthcare funds. This is a regulation of the money that goes through the system. Income-related payments, 15.5% of the person gross income until one reaches the contribution assessment. Selling, it's 3,018.25 2010 per month. Employee put 8.2%, employer 70.3%. To healthcare funds, distributes funds to the statutory health insurance companies on a monthly basis, and goes to statutory health insurance companies allowed to change extra fees. And federal grants, it's an income, it comes from employee and employers, and federal grants also are financed through taxpayer funds. Their purpose is to unburden health insurance funds and extraneous insurance benefits. So it's today's social security net. It's complicated a little bit. So you can see here so many parts. So sickness, long-term care, old ages, everything is divided. Work-related accidents, illness. So it helps to control all these funds. But we can see that in 10 or maybe more years, 20 years actually, rising healthcare expenditure in absolute terms. So we start here in 1982, we can see it was spent 157.8 billion, and 2010 today actually it's even more, it's double price actually. So the main problem is spending the more money than privacy. So how it spends, spending patterns. So SHI, we can see here, it's almost 60%. Statutory long-term case insurance 7%. Statutory old age 2%. Statutory accidental insurance 2%. Also PHI, private health insurance. This is the reason why it's just 9%. Employers 4%. Private householders 13%. Public funds 5%. And we should look on mortality and health indicators. Life expectancy at birth, we can see it's increasing also in female and male. Those are the numbers. Health risk, we should speak about health risk, and we can see mortality from coronary heart diseases. It's decrease, and here annual new cancer patterns increase. Mortality from cerebrovascular disease, we can see improvement here. It's decreased. Killed or seriously injured in car accident, and also it's improving. Mortality per major disease group, cardiovascular disorders, actually the biggest one, the biggest problem here. Cancer, second place. Respiratory disorder, digestive system disorder, and others. You can see it's really little placenta. Chronic disease. Prevalence of chronic disease, we can see it depends on your education, as we know. All education is green. I'm color blinded, so excuse me. Low education class.
It's red.
It's red and yellow, right?
Yes.
Got it. Middle education class also yellow. And high education class
It's blue.
Blue. Thank you. And we can see depends on your age and your education, as we know, in a developed country. But here we should scrutinize this one. It's green, right?
Yes,
So,
green.
Lifestyle body mass index, and we can see here overweight.
Okay.
So in male, both of them, male and female, where we can see the problem. The main problem is obesity and overweight. Maybe it's not maybe it's all about food there actually, and meat or fat consumption of meat and fat. This country. It's also very interesting data. North to south, we can see a prevalence of smoking. On south, we have about 36% people that smoking. They are smoking more on north and less. North and less on south. The main problem, I think, in Germany and in other countries, in Europe, demographic change, and population is going to be older. It's aging problem, and we can see here in 1960 we have average population between 40 and 50 years old, and here expectancy in 2040 is actually between 70, 80 years old. Cost of illness, actually. Disease of the cardiovascular system or circulatory system, it's 40.5%. Disease of the digestive system, 13.7%. Mental and behaviors disorder, 11.3%. Other, I suppose it's another data that we don't have a conclusion about illness, or it's mixed actually here. Disease of the musculoskeletal system and connective tissue, so 2%. And to treat it, we have a lot of money. So the main problem in Germany for today is total healthcare expenditure, and we can see here it's increasing actually in last 10 years. So Germany with highest percentage of GDP spent on health in European countries. You can see it here. After USA, or this is the main problem in Germany today. So it brings us to draws us our attention to more than 35 years of reforms there. So it's a health, actually universal health system, and in every universal health system there are so many reforms there. Financing reform. Two center reform today. The two center reform concepts of recent years were the capitation fee and universal health insurance. And as we spoke later in other classes, so it's some kind of problem also in capitation fee and universal health insurance. So it's pluses. Plus one is income independent financing system. Advantages actually. One, insurance premium which is the same for everyone. Social compensation from taxpayer funds. And minus or disadvantages, private insurance system not included. Raising healthcare expenditures of the future have to be covered by the insurance alone. And the universal health insurance, with universal health insurance, we also have advantages and disadvantages. One advantage is one statutory health fund for everyone, improved revenue through the liability of every kind of income, and the disadvantages, income-dependent system, non-competitive market for health insurance, and mixing, allocating, and redistributing tasks. So we're talking about this one, and they try to make take advantages and make progress with these programs. And today the problem of SHI in general healthcare, rising. First of all, it's erosion of revenues, decreasing of the number of persons, liability to compulsory insurance, and migration of the high income groups towards private insurance. But we didn't see it, it's just a 10%. Income profile of households, less wage dependent, demographic change, aging society, and rising of another part of this disadvantages, rising of expenses, progress of medical technology, inefficient structure in the public health system, extreme rise in cost in selected sectors. So at present, three reforms: trusts, manage competition, because there is some kind of lack of competition because it's covered and everyone can get the same treatment. Improve efficiency and secure quality. And challenges and possible options. Challenges. One minute. Oversupply. They have some kind of class here, so I will finish right now. Don't suffer. Challenges: oversupply, possible options: selected contracting of providers coupled with outcome indicators. Undersupply, innovate healthcare approaches in rural areas and underserved urban areas. Wrong incentiveness, budget coupling payment with results, separation between outpatient and inpatient care. flexible integrated care and disease management, quality and outcome neglected, standards, their activities, quality management. So it's going to be a last. The German health care system is on a collision course with budget realities. Costs are high and rising, and quality problems are become even more apparent. So they have to decide what a reform is going to, and this is the main problem actually. So it's a sources, and I would like to apologize for my English because I didn't have enough experience in recent years. And the last time I spoke it was 2 years ago actually, because I studied English, Hebrew.
It's
So.
very great.
Much better than mine, don't worry.
Yes, we definitely better than these guys.
I finished it.
Okay, thank you. We have, there's a class in here at 4 o'clock.
Hey.
So we can do one of two things. We can go next door,
Yeah.
or we can defer Rania until Monday.
What do you think?
Let's move, yeah?
What
Should we-
do you
Let's move. Let's move.
Let's hear her own view.
I think we're voting.
Is it convenient for her?
Right, you'd like to do it now, yes?
I would.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. So now
So I
there
guess we're having.
Okay.
are